Hello there. Welcome to part 2 of my match against Kazumaru. I have 2 games remaining. It's currently tied 2-2. And this is the Kingdom. Architect's Guild is the Haggler, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. But there's 2 liaisons here. You kind of imagine that highway stuff is pretty okay, but I don't know how you... There's a lot of lacking of trash and draw. Probably idle is pretty good. There's not really... Hitting 6 would be really nice. There's really not a lot of great... Because we don't have spammable 3s or 4s, the Haggler stuff is a little bit underwhelming. I don't think you can do like Island. I guess you could go Island double silver. I wouldn't be insane. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try Island double silver. I kind of like getting layouts, but except, I mean, the importer is okay. Depending on when you draw it. It's not super great if you draw it second. Or turn 4, turn 5. Other than that, I mean, you can save your tokens for like a gold gain. Or like gold idle is really nice, but... Frankly, I'm going to take a silver either way, so this part isn't too... You could try Island Importer as well. Obviously, you'd be sad about collision, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So you could even try Pirate Ship. I mean, the board is almost bad enough that that would work. I don't know if it's quite bad enough that that would work, but I think that would probably get beat up by more highway stuff. There maybe there's an angle with engineer and highway that is worth pursuing. I could possibly believe that. I don't know. I don't think any of it really comes together very quickly, so you can do... I mean, there's always a chance that some other scoring angle outcompetes it. Like, you can maybe get to... I mean, you can... I mean, with enough time, you can, of course, do like a triple province turn. Maybe even a couple of them, but... Or like a double and a triple, but... Not... None of it's for free. I mean, if you're literally uncontested on the highways, maybe that's fast enough. You'd need, I don't know, I think you'd need like a cheap trasher to make that work, and we just don't have that here. So I don't know. Maybe if they do Pirate Ship. Like if you've opened with Importer and they do Pirate Ship and you have a couple highways and then you get an engineer, then you probably can get there if they keep playing their Pirate Ship. Alright, so Kazu actually shows that they're not using... I mean, they didn't have to play that. I don't think it matters. But they're choosing not to do. They're choosing not to, I guess, hide it for whatever that's worth. My importer does miss. I get the good island draw, but the importer misses. I wonder if this is due another island. I don't know how important I mean, saving these things isn't going to be incredible. The second island, of course, is even, is a little tougher to pair. I guess you wouldn't be like terribly sad about hitting silver, or not just doing it on copper, I guess. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know. This is kind of fun. So, obviously you get gold idol. That's maybe just better, but they take treasure. Treasure also is going to be totally reasonable here. The importer may just end up being a little slow. I mean, definitely if you draw it. I mean, drawing turn 4 versus turn 5 isn't really meaningful, but obviously if you draw yeah, I mean, they can reap there. That's really nice, actually. I mean, this is basically the best draw they could get, right? Maybe there's a world where they'd rather have gotten the 5, but this is going to be a really nice pace for them because they're going to be able to do the reap again. And go from there. They also get to play the treasure right off. I mean, like you can go reap with a gold and an idol or something now. Or you could even, if you really wanted to, I guess you could go province, but I don't know what I have that can really compete with this particular, with this money thing. Because I think it's going to take provinces very, very, very quickly. I could try to put 2 idols in. I don't know that that's better than getting in the treasure. But this is just going to be very quick to province. This is a little sad, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that the idol stuff is going to make up them having 30 provinces. It's very unlikely that it will. And I don't know if it's just I made a really bad angle or... Because if they don't hit 7, this doesn't look like this at all. But they did hit 7, so... this is a pretty nice wind. Well, I mean, very nice wind. So yeah, I mean, they did get the high roll for what they're doing. But I guess they also, you know, they bought the cards that can let it happen. Horse, not so nice. I guess an estate might have actually been okay for me. So that would have been don't trash, but... I already have wind, which is like maybe the only thing that gets me there. I also probably shouldn't have put a copper in the trash, right? If that's making the difference between them hitting 8 this turn, that was like super bad. That was like incredibly terrible. So maybe that was also something I should have thought about. Oh my gosh, I won that game. Holy cow. What in the world? Okay. Did not expect to win that. I think they must have had just nightmare reshuffle there. It just kind of worked out. But I'll take it. Also, it was a less than 10-minute game against Kazu, so that's like a quadruple win. This is also probably, yeah, I mean, you can build a little bit here. I mean, there's Artificer, Curse Village, right? What's the Scribes do after playing Energy? Doesn't this just not work with Artificer? Isn't it just fully bugged? Still? Is mill? I don't know. Does it work with mill? I think maybe it does work with mill. I have no idea. I don't know which of these. That sucks. That sucks. That's such a stupid bug to be persisting. I think the open here is like probably either mill broker or gear broker. Maybe you could do double broker. I guess in any case, we're not likely to have just a. Maybe period. I mostly said this. I I think it is still bugged, so it's a bit rhetorical. But I just wanted it to be on the radar of Kazumaru if he didn't know. Though I also was curious if he knew for sure. I guess we'll find out since they opened Artificer. I mean, Artificer is the card to open here. Because like it's a big deal too. Because you can do draw, discard 4 broker with an estate in hand, and draw the broker, and play it on your estate. If on Kazu's turn that he draws the Artificer, or I guess if he has a Nightmare Draw played on the copper, but it won't be able to do it, which is pretty unfortunate. What do we do here? Artificer or do mill? They also get to, I guess the 5/2 is really nice here with alms. Maybe I do mill broker. I could see double broker. They're gonna for sure take a broker. I don't think there's any world where they don't. I can't imagine. I could believe that I was supposed to have double brokered there. But it was kind of weird at the end. I'm thinking about that last game. It was kind of weird. Like my treasure putting copper was like a bait. They didn't take the key, and then that's what let me hit 8. I guess I also got money boons at least once. So they didn't take key back. They would have taken key and like duchied. I mean, I guess the long game favors me since I'm putting in the curses and I have the importer, so I get like double duchy is more feasible for me. And the idols potentially, I guess, double duchy too. So the long game isn't necessarily in Kazumaru's favor, but it's kind of funny the path how that worked out. Oh, they did decide to buy an alms with 2. I guess you could do gear. I think that would be okay too. We get the bad broker draw, but life. I don't know. They may take. I mean, I don't know. I think normally, I think if this weren't bugged here, I mean, it depends on the hand, of course, but like if you're not hitting 5 with $2 from it, then I think you would clearly take the liaisons here. I mean, I guess you take them anyway, if the money isn't doing you any good. But I hope they drew their Artificer. It's kind of a. I don't know that I would have activated that there, but Like, I'm not going to activate mine. Guess we'll find out now. Because, like, yeah, and even better than I was talking about the broker thing, but even better than that is you should be able to pop Curse Village. You should be able to discard 5, draw a Curse Village, and just run. Like, it's a huge. I don't even know why I said that. The first thing I was talking about with the broker is like, I mean, it's fine, and maybe on the first shuffle it's the thing you would do, but on every other shuffle you'd be doing the Cursed Village thing. Anyway, that's like, it's terrible. I'm mad. I'm mad on their behalf. I'm not gonna activate here. We just take an Artificer. I guess I could take a Cursed Village, but I will do double scribes here. Probably. I guess there's not like, I mean, just for cycling purposes, it's not a huge upshot, but this would be like a 5-turn game. Okay, not a 5-turn game, but like this would be like a 7-turn game or something, 8-turn game if the scribe stuff worked correctly. I'm probably overestimating the turn stuff a little bit, but yeah, it's actually a little hard to make that. You do need some gears to make the Artificer gains work because of the bug. I'm just gonna keep talking about the bug. Somebody send this video to Steph. I'm gonna just talk about the bug for however long this game lasts, probably 45 minutes. But anyway, with the bug thing, to get the Artificer 5 gains, you do have to have some extra cards in your hand. So you either have to have played a Curse Village already, or like a gear. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, you have to save. You have to have another action in hand somehow to make it. It's just it's so stupid. I don't know. There actually aren't like a huge number of really nice draws to get here off the 2 cards we see. I mean, like, the mill doesn't help. The Artificer doesn't really help. But so I guess that does beg the question of whether you even take the favors or if you take like cards or something here. You're getting 1 card regardless. But you can get a little bit more. I don't know how valuable the favor is, to be perfectly honest. There are still some tricks. Okay. It's fine, I suppose. Not good, but I think I'm gonna take an alm or take a gear. If we can draw the Artificer there and get some extra stuff, that would have been cool. I probably am just top decking Cursed Village here, to be honest. Guess we can see what card we draw, but ideal card is like an estate. I'm gonna be a little bit ahead on thinning, I suppose. Maybe just 1 card, it may not really be persistent at all. But something, I suppose. They really have 3 mills. I don't know. It's not that exciting. A lot of times the mill money isn't moving the dial. Oh, I saw the other card in their hand. I'm like, oh, maybe they have a cantrip. But of course, that's just the curse. I get the no harm hex. Curse actually really sucks. For sure. Guess I'll take a mill. It's not clear to me. Maybe I want a gear, but I guess I can wait a little bit on it in any case. So I don't know. I feel still in this one. I think they're obviously the 5-2 is nicer, but still feel like I can compete. Maybe after this turn I won't feel that way. They're gonna get Curse Village right, and they have a mill. I'm sure. Except they don't get to draw it. That's huge. That's like their hexes have been horrifying, just horrifyingly bad hexes. Also did a shuffle trigger with it out, so it's like neither of the Curse Villages are in the deck. If this is just like Copper Estate or Curse or something and not like the gear, is really bad. I don't like the mill. I do think they've gone too hard on the mills. I mean, it doesn't matter to have the mills. They're not that good, but they're okay, but they're not that good. So I guess this is going to be gear playing. If we find a state, we'll probably play a couple things, and otherwise we just okay. This is really nice, actually. Actually, I mean, there's no reason. I mean, we might as well be mill copper, right? I think I want a gear. So I can get Curse Village and draw it, unless I get a flippy hex too. A Bad Omens or whatever. I don't even know what. I couldn't tell you what all the hexes are or what they all do. But one of the ones that, like, a rabble kind of thing, flips the top card. They don't have Curse Village, right? They can't possibly. So they're just like getting down and maybe buying a 5 and I don't know. I actually think I'm ahead now. Maybe I was ahead already and I just didn't understand it. But I don't know. I don't like their mills. Especially they already had the Curse Villages. Like if this turn goes really well for me, then I think I'm ahead. It has a reasonable shot of going really well for me, so. They did at least find the gear and stuff. There's some world where they don't cycle through as much, where more of this action stuff is bottom decked, and then they're just in huge trouble. But Fear as a no hex. Do we play one mill or we just wait? What are the upsides? I mean, the upsides, there's not really any. Well, this is a little unfortunate, but Actually, it's not. I don't know why. I mean, ideally you draw like copper, right? But I don't think it really matters. Okay. Miserable did not, in fact, make me miserable there. It made me very happy. Okay, we should try to get 5 here. Maybe even at the expense of doing a broker. I don't know if we have to or not, but we can do the brokers later. I guess we could have set 1 card aside, but if this turn is not good for Kazu, I should be 1. Because the trashing is going to be something at some point. This is probably good enough for Kazu, though. I mean, they probably need to gain another broker. There's going to be a little bit of a, like a... I mean, I'm going to have a little bit of a 3-pile issue. Because of the point stuff. But hopefully it's still okay. I don't think next turn... I mean, I don't think I'll have to play around a pile out on the immediately following turn for Kazu. But it could get in a little bit of an awkward spot. Yeah, unfortunately, this is quite a good turn for them. Which I'll be able to do something similar, but maybe things will be a little hairy on piles. I'll have to count, unfortunately. I mean, I'm still going to end up adding at least a couple of artificers or whatever, so. I don't know what's the likelihood that I hit like 8 or something. I mean, I guess it's possible. Yeah, unfortunately, the cursing stuff, if you do have the pair at the start, then I guess the amount of junk in their deck doesn't really punish them too much. But oh well. I assume they just found their cursed village. Just depressing, but envious does not matter at all. I'm actually pretty okay if they buy province. That's fine with me. I would be more scared if they buy like artificer. But they may win just on the back of lowering not really being very safe for me. And with a province, I can't make up those points. I'm just, hoping for a a dud. Oh. I think we can do these to start out with. And at some point we have to... This is already like a kind of scary amount of lowering, but I don't know. I have to get some gains or it's just not gonna... You know, it's it doesn't do anything unless you have some of the gains. I don't know if it'll just end up being really hugely punishing to me, which is possible, but maybe we can gain some duchies possibly. This may not draw on top. Okay, it did. This may just be too low. It would not surprise me in the least. I don't know what I have left either. There's mill broker. I guess that's maybe 2 mills in broker. It was copper. Apparently I just have 2 mills. I guess I could have figured that out using the handy dandy point tracker, but... So this could burn me a little bit. I guess I can do 2 brokers. I'm not gonna trash. Yeah, this is again, I'm kind of living or dying by them because they can pile out here if they drew good enough. So I guess they didn't have a gear in play, which is pretty big deal. I did need to put in enough gains in my deck so that I can be in a position to 3-pile if that's where we get to. I have broker, which is probably going to be played. Unfortunately, I don't have Cursed Village in hand. Otherwise, we would probably play it as a... as plus cards to get like a province with Artificer. Because we had Cursed Village, we could just play a Necro Cursed Village and then draw 4 and then have an Artificer province game. So I guess we can play the mill and see if we find one. Or really, we can play the Artificer and the mill. Or play the mill and then the Artificer and see. We don't have to necessarily... It depends a little bit on what the game situation is here at the end, but yeah, the broker on broker was gonna be a path to doing a province gain off Artificer, which you can do other 5s and stuff to do it as well, to do double province turns. So that's not, and that's something that's open to Kazu as well. You just need the 1 broker for that. You can broker mills as well. It's not whatever things. It does look like they're just kind of setting up here, which is promising for me. Maybe they'll take the mill. That would be really bad, right? They shouldn't take the mill. Isn't that terrible? Now I gotta think. Isn't that just awful? I mean, I suppose there are some really bad hexes, but I can gain these, right? And then just buy province? maybe it's not trivial for me to gain them all. But it's probably possible. I gotta think. The other thing is just to go like double. I guess there's two different paths. I can prioritize double provincing, or I can prioritize. I think I play the mill. I think you play one mill regardless and see. So this isn't gonna work for anything. I'm not gonna. Yeah, this isn't great. This may already be, in fact, duddy. Oh no, come on. Just, I need to. Got famined. I've been famined. Well, I think the pile out will be pretty trivial for. I mean, I guess I can put a pearl diver on top. Maybe it should be beggar, to be honest. I could believe that as well. Well, that sucks. I guess I played that the Hexwind Burn. I mean, I could have. Obviously, I could have done Necro and then played the gear and seen some more cards that way. I don't know. It still probably gets beat up pretty bad by famine. What does famine do? Okay. Now I know. I'm not sure that the Pearl Diver is right. It maybe should be beggar. That is unfortunate. Does this actually give me enough to do the thing in this stuff? Well, no, probably not. That sucks. That's so sad. I did have a good shot there, I think. I don't know. It was pretty rough to draw that many artificers at the top and not the cursed villages, so I'm not sure I would have actually gotten there. I don't know that I would actually have gotten there, but it still felt bad. That's okay though. I don't even know. How many artificers did I have at that point? 1, 2, 3. I had 4. Oh. I think I'd probably get there. This should be super easy for Costco. I didn't even know now. I don't know if they're even, maybe Locust could mess it up. I'm not even sure. That's the question now. It's like, could even the other I mean, assuming they don't go for a 3 pile, but I don't know. Is Locust even bad enough to mess it up at this stage? I'm gonna guess no. I don't know what they have in hand, but well, okay. That certainly will be sufficient. That'll give them the village and They just need another artificer and then hit $5. But between the mills and whatever other things, that'll be easy. I still hate their mill alms. I think that's got to be terrible. And I think they just weren't punished for it. But that's how it goes. I just don't even know what advantage it offers to Kazu in that case, ever. I did maybe slightly misplay my order. I don't know what the order there at my turn of mill versus the artificer first, because obviously I can just play the. I mean, with artificers on top, it didn't work out in my favor at all, but. I don't think Locust can do it. Can do the 3 points. I mean, the province is safe, so you can just buy the Cursed Village. I mean, it's fine if you want to do it this way, and you can just click the card, though. I do kind of want to play around with the shuffle. I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot because, well, probably for one, we'll probably get an internal error load because that's how this always works. But how do I do this? Oh wait, I want to be myself. Then I want to go back some because I don't know how far back we have to go before the bot doesn't find the win from Kazu Seed. Not super far. Alright, so where am I? So like this is my hand. I should go ahead and do the. Now whatever, I'll do this first. So this is like my hand. So the options are. We already know what happens if I do Artificer and then do the Curse Village. We roll Famine, but I mean the other options are to do the actions on this right off and the like Plague Gear and like not set anything aside. This doesn't appear to have been useful in any way. The other thing is to draw until you're absolutely sure you're not finding another Cursed Village the normal way. I mean, then you can do this. You can do it this way. Which is maybe a little better, but is super annoying in any case. Which do we take first now? Now we take a Cursed Village, right? Or what? No, wait, I know. I don't know what I have left. Guess you just keep doing Artificers. But then we know this doesn't work. This fails anyway. That can't be the right order. That doesn't work at all. So it's got to be this now. Then you see if you draw stuff. I guess I just don't get there at all on this shuffle. We lack $1, actually. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. I don't know if there may have been a play order mistake somewhere in here. Maybe this mill needs to, I don't know. That's interesting. Because you can get this, but then don't have enough. That's interesting. I mean, obviously had more gains. These guys didn't do anything. These first couple artificers didn't do anything. So they could have gotten an, I don't know what they would have gotten, a duchy or something. Maybe was an easier way. I mean, if they gain a duchy, then surely it just works. I don't know if I have the draw for that though. I mean, I guess I can be at this point in double duchy and hope that they can somehow not. Like if we go here, and we just get a duchy, and then we double duchy, and somehow hope that I don't think that works. You could maybe leave an artificer. I guess the question is whether you can do that with like, I don't think it works the other way. If you empty the cursed villages but keep the, it's just bad. It's just bad the order drawn here doesn't work out. Because the double broker with, like I said, with cursed village gives you a really good shot at being able to do a province discard, which would be helpful even for the pile out. Anyway, really cool board, except for the part that you don't get to play it the way it's supposed to work. Thanks. Shuffle it, and otherwise neat board. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.